Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
It's always a lot of stuff going on. Always a lot of stuff going on. Just like today, a lot of stuff going on. We got man, I don't know, Ted. This is whew. Oh, before I forget, for the last 3 shows, I have not explained to people who are going to be seeing this thing, and I know you probably saw the video, but there's a QR code up on the left side of this screen up here at the top, on the left side of the screen when you guys look at it. There's a QR code there. The QR code, if you take your phone and you scan it, it's going to take you to our website. So instead of having the thing scrolling across there telling people where the website and stuff is at, you have a QR code, and if you scan that QR code, you don't have to worry about anything. Your phone or whatever's going on will take you to our webpage. And on the front of that webpage, there's a nice picture of our next president, I hope. And she's got her gloves on and her boxing shorts on. and her opponent has just been knocked out.
Been knocked out.
He's on the mat. He's on the mat, and they're doing a count. 1, 2, 3. When we get to November the 5th, I will do the complete count all the way down to 10. And in our background and stuff, I changed our background. Every show we do, I change it and put a different image and stuff behind us on the background there. Today, I decided to do something very, very, very interesting. There's an old boy in history and stuff during World War II who was the prime minister of Great Britain when they were fighting Hitler, because as you guys been noticing and stuff, there's been a lot of things in the news now about our generals talking about how one of the candidates and stuff want to be Hitler-like. So I decided that I would reach back to our history here, go back into the history and stuff, and pull up one of the greatest guys and stuff, other than Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who was a president during his time. The next greatest leader and stuff was Prime Minister of England. His name was Winston Churchill. And Winston always had some sayings and stuff that he would bring out, and he was famous for his old sayings. And one of his sayings, when his Navy was being attacked and the German YouTube subs and everything were going underneath, and they were torpedoing those cargo ships going across the Atlantic, and his admirals and everybody in his military came forth, but what should we do? What should we do? They're sinking our ships. He said, move forward and damn the torpedoes. was a mess. But he was, if you talk to people from Britain and England and stuff, some of those folks and stuff who were still alive remember that old boy and some of the things that he had to say. And there's a saying that's right underneath our picture and stuff and everything. It says, if you're going through hell, keep going. So we're going through hell, so we have to keep going here because, oh man.
Well, I'm gonna put it like this. We're not going to talk about it because I'm trying to get more detail. The Brexit. You heard about that, right?
No.
Man, they got, and I'm gonna just go briefly, but it's about using almost like a Bitcoin, but they use cards to put money in, and they're giving people that want to sign up for that $500 to start with. But when I say they, it's China, it's Russia, it's India, it's Brazil, and about another 20 countries or more. And they're trying to devaluate, well, on purpose. Now, that ain't one of the reasons, but it is one of the reasons to devaluate the dollar. And then also to stop all of this sanction stuff. You know, anytime America, you know, is against somebody that's doing something wrong, they sanction them. And so Putin wants to, he's the one gathered everyone there in Russia. They did a big thing on it a few days ago, but it might have been yesterday. But the thing is that it's a very complicated system. And here's the thing, bro, Nat. Where is China get most of this money from? Europe and America. That's where they get their trade from.
But they still have their own currency and stuff that people buy and sell.
But did you just hear what I just said? They just set together to collaborate with this card. It's almost like a Bitcoin. And what they do is they trade off of that and they buy and sell. So they're distributing all these cards to their regular people that's employed and what have you, because they're getting paid by that. And the money that they make from these corporations and companies that's out there is involved with it too. But like I said, you know, they haven't really, They have started in some places, but a lot of places they don't have it going on because they don't have the technology.
But it's only as valuable as the people who decide to use it. If nobody decides to use it, it's not valuable to anybody.
I just said that the point is, though, is these companies are using it. They're giving these people money, and if you get $500 on your card automatically, that means you can start purchasing. You start using that card, and if any companies, you're right, but if any company say, okay, this is what we're going to do, we're going to pay you through Brexit. And so therefore, now their paycheck is going into that card. And so therefore, that's how they're going to pay their bills. But it's a very complicated financial system that some programmer, engineer, software person that came up with. And they sold it to Putin. And now Putin has sold it to all of these other countries because he's being sanctioned by Europe and America. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up.
Well, I'm glad you're hearing that, but I'm still thinking to myself, it's only as valuable as if anybody uses it.
Do your research on it, and like you said, you're right. But what I'm saying is that this is the movement.
Well, Go ahead.
They had
Go
a
ahead.
whole thing on it.
Go ahead. Well, I'm glad to hear that they're doing this, and more power to
I'm
them.
not.
But but if you are out there, and just like I just said, if Russia's in hell, and so like Winston Churchill said, you're going through hell, keep going. And that's what they're doing. They're keeping on going. They don't care what sanctions that the United States puts on them. Look at Iran. They sanctioned the crap out of them for their nuclear projects that were going on there. But it's only as good as if people and stuff follow through with the sanctions and stuff on these countries. So we have to understand also that Putin and Russia is just about going broke. But the old boy and stuff and everything, he has a lot of irons out there in the fire. Because if you notice, the defense secretary has already identified that they have North Korean soldiers and stuff in Russia. And they're planning on sending these North Korean soldiers and stuff along with the Russian soldiers over there into that war in Ukraine. So
Yeah, we talked about that last couple of shows ago.
yeah, and it's gonna be interesting to see what the heck happened. But what he has done and stuff and everything, he is corralling up all of these other entities and stuff out there, to which you want to get, if you're an enemy out there and you want to have allies, and you're going to pull in whoever you can and stuff to help you, because you're in a desperate situation. And so far and stuff, now he's been using his dictatorial power and stuff within his country to keep any opposition and stuff down. But he also knows that he just can't be an isolated country and stuff and everything. He has to go out. And that's one of the bad things and stuff about our presidential candidate. When Trump keeps talking about he's going to get rid of NATO and all this other stuff, they're our allies.
Well, that's the whole purpose, because Iran is in that Putin group too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He's pulling them all in because they are fighting a like-minded war against democracy, United States and European countries, and in some sense the Middle East countries, Saudi Arabia and all those Arab countries.
Well, some of those Saudis were there too now. Some of the Saudis were there too. A lot of them was there out of not necessarily respect, but didn't want to disrespect. You understand? A lot of them, because you had Brazil there, you had India there, all these leaders, they were there. So you know, you're talking about, and China was there, the leader of China. Now China saying, okay, because I need his oil. I need Iran's oil. That's what China is looking at there. So they sort of kind of pleasing them, you know, so to speak, you know, and you know, and listening to what Putin has to say. However, the thing that what we have, what you just said, NATO. We also have the military, and we've got 700 bases all over the world. And what that means is that it is our job to protect NATO. Now, what they're trying to do is come with the finance in, and that's with trade. Now, there's only so much trade that you can do to sustain yourself, because number one, the reason why he wants Ukraine is because Ukraine does a lot of wheat, corn, and soybeans.
They export a lot of those commodities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the point I'm making is, here's the thing though. And the thing is though, man, that's why we're fighting so hard, because we know that what Putin want to do, he wants to take over these used to be USSR countries. That's his whole goal.
Well, his goal is to get Russia back to where they were before they broke the country up. He want to get back all that land that was lost and stuff to them when some of these countries broke off from Russia after World War II. He's trying to get everything and stuff back, but I have to really, Ted, think about what's going through these folks' mind. You've got in Russia a huge country already. Why would you want Ukraine? Why would you want Georgia? Why would you want them? You got so much space and stuff that they have huge tracts of land and stuff that nobody's even living on. So why would you want those folks? Plus, they have they produce a lot of grain and stuff and everything in Russia also, and they had been exporting this grain. They have a tremendous amount of natural resources and stuff right there in Russia that they have not even decided to develop these natural resources so they can be sold and stuff to other countries, can be exported. And all he has to do, because he's the dictator and stuff, but still, if he plays his cards right and stuff and everything and use those things that is within his borders and everything, Russia can become a very, very powerful nation and stuff, Ted. I can see them almost competing and stuff with China and the United States, as a matter of fact, if he decided to do things right.
He's a dictator, bro.
Huh?
He's a dictator.
He is, and he can still be a dictator, but he can still be able to, within his own sphere and stuff and everything, say, hey, I'm going to keep my stuff right here within my borders. You guys stay within your borders. We're going to trade and get out there and quit acting like you want to beat up the world.
You said it the other show, bro. They got too many doggone oligarchs, and then they got all of these gangsters, a crime going on there, and he got to control that. And you got all these people that are rebelling against him, millions and millions of people. Half of them don't even want him.
Right. But he can make the country. He can make the country a lot better. As a dictator, he can make the country a lot better. Yeah. Look at England. You would consider the king and the queen of England to be the dictators and stuff and everything, because they the king and the queen of England. But they have a prime minister and stuff and everything. But those royalty folks and everything, they have their own empire and stuff within the British Empire. They have the queen who passed away, and now the king they consider them to be king, the royalty, and they have their own income. They have their own everything. They own a bunch of stuff and everything, but they coexist with the somewhat democratic government and stuff that they have, where they have the parliament and the prime minister. They coexist with them, and they're okay with it. So why? And they are very rich people. So my thing is that why can't he just use that as an example and stuff and everything? He can still be a dictator. He can still have $200 billion in his pocket, but take care of your people, because they the ones and stuff eventually who are going to keep you in power. being a dictator and stuff and everything, and people hating you, you got enemies and stuff out there, and you're going to spend most of your time defending yourself and your backside. Why do that? I don't understand. That's, well, just like you said, he's a dictator, and he considers power to be grabbing up anything that's around him and controlling everything, controlling the world.
Well, we're gonna see how this little card Brexit works, and if he's gonna pull it off. However, China will be hurt from it, and they know it. Brazil is going to be hurt from it, and they know it. India is going to be hurt from it, and they know it. And the United States is going to have to pull together and really have certain things that they have to really get together as far as manufacturing, as far as producing things that we need, our essential things, instead of going through China. And American companies that's over in China is going to have to start leaving. That's the bottom line.
They're already leaving.
Yeah, they're already leaving, but I'm just saying it's going to have to be a more vast thing. And then also the European people. So China has already made so much money. They got so much money and so much cash. And, you know, they got the top 4 banks in the world. So now China is going to have to figure out how are they going to manipulate America, because see, their whole thing, they want to destroy America too. And we owe China, what, $3 trillion or more? So the thing is that it's going to take some smart people to really, and we don't need nobody that's going to suck up and just give in like Trump going to do.
Absolutely, man. This is, we cannot
give
afford,
up everything.
We cannot afford to have a dummy who can't think, because there is a lot of stuff going on around the world. And you just mentioned.
Well, see, that's the problem with a lot of Americans. They think that, you know, just because he talked tough to certain people, they think that he's a macho, tough guy and all that, and that he's going to stand up to Putin, that he's going to stand up to the president of China and all that kind of stuff. And all he does is just give in. And then, you know, if he don't like what they're doing and it's not working for him, then he's going to do some things as far as sanctions and all that. But the point is, everything is negotiations, everything is diplomatic, and everything is regarding that. And that's why you got so many people have signed up to China. When we just had 3 countries sign up to be NATO, to join NATO. And there are other countries want to join as well. There's something that's going on, and I think the only 2 people that's got power is China and Russia. Even Iran doesn't have that much power.
India has some power and stuff and everything.
Well, they have
some. Yeah, India has some power and stuff.
But Pakistan I haven't heard from Pakistan. I don't know what they're doing, but they got a nuclear weapon too. So I don't know what the deal is. But here's the thing I want to bring up is 2 things. It's a couple of things. One is the American people do not understand that, and you said this 100 times, we are in a world economy.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we do, it affects the world.
The world.
And then when we don't come together as a united country, then the other countries that see us, they say, look at them. They can't even get along. They can't even, look at the Congress and look at the Senate. They know more about our foreign affairs than our own people.
Mm-hmm.
They know about us more than we know about them, because we don't study that stuff. A lot of American people don't study that stuff. They don't care. And they don't realize that, hey, in order for us to be successful, we have to integrate. We have to negotiate with all of these people because we only got so many workers in this country.
Mm-hmm.
We can't build everything and do everything. Our whole commodity is a little bit of farming, yeah, but most of it is finance. You know, and technology. Those two things are our top priority. That's what we deal with. So, anyway, let's change the gears here. We're gonna go back to that Brexit, man. You know, you need to get up on that one because I'm gonna tell you, it's really complicated, bro.
Well, go ahead.
I wanted to talk about the Hispanic situation because we know that the VP Harris had spoken to them and tried to assure them what was going on and what have you. And I want to say this. Black people just don't know how powerful the Hispanics are. I'm not talking about politically. I'm not talking about socially or, you know, as far as major influence as far as culture. They keep their culture within themselves and they gather together, whatever they do, because they're not a monolithic neither. You know, you're talking about Hispanics. When you say Hispanics, you're talking about Cubans, El Salvadorians, Nicaraguans, Mexicans, and so forth. But the point is, if you link all of them together in this country, their GDP is $3.6 trillion, bro. That's how much money they bring to the economy of the United States. $3.6 trillion. How is that? Because number one, they have a high population. They got the highest ethnic group in this country. Almost 70 million Hispanics in this country. Their GDP is 77.1%. And they bring in over $3 trillion. And here's the thing, manufacturing, 457 billion. That's how much they bring to manufacturing. Retail, strong retail economy. So these people, man, you know, they deserve their respect of their work ethics, of their help building this country in the last 20 years. And so, you know, and what is our GDP is 1.7. They're the fifth largest country when it comes to GDP in the world. We're like the 8th or 9th. And the reason why, because a lot of them, the age groups that are here are young and they're working. And they're bringing stuff to the table. So, you know, they're not doing like we are. You know, we heavy into entertainment. We're heavy into sports and making a lot of money for a lot of people. But the point is, they bring in just as much as we are, if not more, just by working, buying homes and building businesses and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to bring that up to let people know, hey, there ain't no little group of people sitting on the sidelines. Now they're becoming more lawyers and engineers and doctors and all of that because they come from all over the world. I just wanted to bring that up.
Okay, what else? I'm letting you get out to you sent out some more stuff than you. I'm pretty sure you sent a couple more items and stuff that you want to talk about.
Well, okay. Well,
Yeah,
one of
go
those
ahead.
things that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, cause
Here's
oh
the thing
man,
about,
you said something. The last thing you sent me was about Boeing. What did you want to talk about Boeing?
Ooh, man, that's deep stuff there, bro. Boeing right now is doing really bad.
They going what?
They're doing really bad.
Okay.
I mean, we knew Boeing is supposed to be one of the top 10 countries in America. And when they had these little incidents, you know, about the planes and all that,
Mm-hmm.
then it became a problem because people have to get on planes.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing that I wanted to bring up. In August, they put a new CEO, president and CEO in charge.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy, only thing he has is an electrical engineering degree, BS degree.
Mm-hmm.
However, he started out as one company, you know, and I don't want to name the company, but he worked his way up. He became a manager, supervisor manager, you know, in the engineering field, and then he ended up becoming the president of that company. And once he became the president of that company, he merged with another company that was more powerful than him. Once he merged with that company, he worked for it a little while, and then he left and retired and started working for another company.
Mm-hmm.
He worked on that company, and it ended up becoming another merger. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
listen to where I'm going somewhere with this.
Mm-hmm.
Now he'd
Go ahead.
merged 2 or 3 companies already by being in charge, and all of a sudden he's on the board of Boeing. Because you know how these CEOs do, they get on boards of different companies.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets on the board of Boeing, and next thing you know, he's the president and CEO of Boeing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Boeing this quarter lost $6 billion.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to figure out, well, how do you lose $6 billion? Now, we know that Boeing has like 4 or 5 different kind of departments. You know, they do satellites. They got contracts with the government, with NASA. They got contracts with the government to make Army planes and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then plus they have contracts making planes for people around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So what is going on? Why is the thing? Because number one, because they have been doing such a shabby job. And you've heard, I don't know if you heard some of these people that's striking, they say they can't even live off their own salary.
Mm-hmm.
And they making planes.
Mm-hmm.
So now, and a lot of people just quit and they go to Airbus. They go to other companies.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're having problems. Now here's the thing. I just told you. What is this guy's history? He merges.
Mm-hmm.
Now my thinking, and this is right here. I'm coming off this right here.
I know you got some wild thoughts going through your mind there. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And I'm just saying, this guy is going to merge with Elon Musk. He's going to have Elon Musk take over.
No, I kind of thought you were going to say. So I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say that he was going to maybe try to merge with McDonnell Douglas or one of the other major plane builders and stuff. But to merge with Elon Musk.
Well, think about it. They already got a division of satellites and ships. They have contracts with the government as well. What happened is that the United States, under the Biden administration, said, no, we're not going to deal with you anymore on certain things. So Elon Musk is upset now. because the government won't give him no more contracts. Because see, that's his moneymaker right there.
Right.
We talked about that. So now he has another company besides SpaceX or X Space or whatever you call it. What is it called? Starship or something like that?
Starlink.
Well, that company, neither one of those companies have went over for the NASDAQ, the stock market. So once he gets that together and get the paperwork together for that, he's going to go on the market. Once he goes on the market and he start gathering up money, people start buying those shares, and he got enough money. He already got a ton of money as it is, and then he still got those government contracts. He's going to say, okay, let me take over Boeing. So right now, Boeing is doing commercial. But now here's the thing, Ed. Commercial airlines, every time you look around, there's traffic, right? All the time, it's traffic. Delays. If you go deeper, right now, United States have 21,000 private jets. I'm talking about here in America. And
I understand.
The worldwide is 25,000.
I
We got
understand.
21,000 here, and then another 4,000 or 5,000 around the world.
Absolutely.
So now you got a total of 25,000 private. So business don't travel commercial no more. These businesses don't travel commercial anymore. They travel private jets.
They have their own jets. Yeah, go ahead.
So they don't do commercial. So they don't care what the little person wants. They don't care about you. That's why they got all these economy airline places. So if you delay, so what? We don't have enough planes, so what? Because number one, I counted the money that they're making off of these planes, bro.
Yep.
These planes are going $50-80 million a pop.
Right.
And how much do it cost to make those planes? Probably about way half of that, and they're making a big profit. And then not only that, they got to have you got to have these you got to have pilots. That's why they shortage in pilots. Because they say, hey, I can make more money flying jet. And then you know what they do? The ones that can't afford the private jets, I'm talking about these corporate people, they just rent them out. They rent their plane out.
Right. That's a good marketing idea. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's what they do. So all I'm saying is just think about what's going on. We talk about the oligarchies and all that and the corporations. That's what's going on. That's the reason why. And then you talk about, see, everything is about monetizing, making that money, getting that money. They don't care about the little people. That's including the airlines. So if you keep your eye on Boeing and see if there's going to be a takeover by Elon Musk.
It'll never happen.
You don't think it'll never happen?
Never happen.
Okay.
It'll never happen. Elon cannot put forth the effort that it's going to take, and the banking folks and all the other folks you need to complete a merger like that of that size of Boeing. First, you got to look at,
put a CEO in there and Boeing.
First, you have to look at how much Boeing is worth right now. Even though they got some problems, how much is Boeing worth? And most of these corporate bankers or whatever it is that to put forth these deals and stuff they have out there and everything, you got to have banks or some kind of financial institution that is going to finance that merger, because Elon doesn't have the money and everything to do it. Now, The reason why I say that Elon is not going to be able to do it because he screwed up when he bought that social media company. He screwed up royally. And if you look back at that deal that he had done to get that social media company and everything to put under his thing or whatever, it was a disaster.
Yes, it was.
And he can and put together that little bitty money that he had to take care of to get that social media account. There is no way that he is going to put together a deal to combine himself with Boeing. He can't do it. When you sit down there, and most of these bankers and stuff, these people and the folks who finance these deals want to make some money. He's sitting up there now in debt to his hocked up to his neck in debt when he purchased that daggone company, that social media company. And so far, he has not made a dime. He done lost money on that deal. And until he can get that daggone deal corrected and straightened out where they can figure they can make some daggone money, there is no way he's going to be able to put that deal together to buy Boeing, to merge with him. No way. Now, another reason why I don't believe he's going to be able to do it, because he's got a huge problem at Tesla right now that people are not looking at. A huge problem. Tesla has been a electric car company for a long time. Now, when you have a car that you are producing, eventually what's going to happen? The older models are going to hit that used car market, and they have a huge amount of used cars, Tesla cars, that are sitting up there at these dealers' car lots that these folks can't sell.
Well,
he's got a problem that he's going to have to figure out. That he's going to have to figure out with Tesla how he's going to figure out how to put those cars, those used cars, back out in that market, because there's a lot of assets and stuff in those used cars that's sitting out there. People that got these cars out there, they done traded them back in and bought another Tesla and stuff, a newer model, and those used cars are sitting there, and these people cannot sell them. They can't give them away. And the reason why they can't is because Elon has not sat down there and did the due diligence and stuff to figure out how he's going to put those cars back onto the market and everything, because those batteries and stuff that are in those cars and stuff are only rated for 150-mile radius. That's it. And he's going to have to put all new batteries and stuff into these daggone cars, and putting those newer batteries into those older cars and stuff and everything. It is not going to be cheap.
Yeah, I know we talked about that. Hey, the market value, you won't believe this. The market value of, I'm talking about money market value, 100 billion. That's all it is. That's 173 third in place. The market value of corporations in America, 173. And the thing is, with this, they lost 14% of their market value. They're losing money. What I'm saying is that
and those losses, Ted, have been going on for the last 3 or 4 years now. They just haven't started losing money. They've been losing money now for 3 or 4 years.
You know who's knocking them off the block?
Huh?
Airbus.
Well,
they got 60% of the market.
Because Boeing is tied in so tightly with the federal government and their contracts, the U.S. government does not want them to fail. They are invested into them, and they can't let them fail. And there are a lot of people out there and stuff.
Elon Musk is president, but
they're not going to let Elon Musk. Elon Musk is not going to be able to buy it. He's not going to be able to put that deal together. He's not going to be able to put that deal together. I'm looking to find out You
He
just
got
brought
billionaires to help him, bro.
You just brought something up that I have been thinking about for a long time. Matter of fact, I've been talking to my wife about it. Private air travel. I can't fly commercial planes hardly anymore, other than first class. It's the only way I can fly in a plane because of my long legs. I can't sit in there for 3 or 4 hours and fly from Atlanta to Las Vegas or Atlanta to Chicago. Too long of a flights and stuff. I cannot do it. I have to have a bigger seat. So the only thing I can do is fly first class. So my thing and stuff is that we have at least 4 or 5 private airfields and stuff around the metro area of Atlanta, and there are a lot of private jets and stuff flying into these little airlines, these little airfields and stuff around here. And I'm pretty sure that Tampa probably had a lot of private airlines, private airfields and stuff around there too, because
they got
this
one not
industry,
too far from here.
yeah, this private airline thing, man, is getting big. It is not small. It is getting big. People are now getting their pilot's license and stuff, getting their own jets, their own planes and stuff and everything, and they starting to fly them. If you can go on YouTube and stuff right now, there's an industry going on out there now where these people and stuff are talking to people about buying these private airplanes and stuff and flying them, using their families. Some of these people and stuff now are purchasing jets and stuff and everything and stuff, the 20 passenger jets and stuff that are coming available and stuff to them, and they're flying these jets and stuff, and they're picking up their friends and their passengers and stuff and everything and flying them to wherever they want to fly to. And a lot of these folks now are getting their pilot's license and stuff and everything to fly smaller airplanes. It's getting big, man, because these people they end up in that lower millionaire mark and everything. So they're taking their financial power and stuff and everything and getting away from these commercial airlines, moving away from them. So eventually, I think, in my own infinite wisdom, that somebody who is in this industry and everything, and they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and stuff, because they may have 10 or 12 jets, or they may be merging with these other companies and stuff and everything. Somebody in their smart thing, and they're going to figure out how they're going to be able to go over there and purchase Boeing and get them straightened out, because the problem that Boeing and stuff has and stuff is fixable. It's just that they got stupid
Elon Musk is gonna take it over.
Hey, Musk can't do nothing. He got too much stuff going on now. His mind is on Trump, trying to get him so he can be the czar. He's spending all his money on Trump.
Bro. He gotta have 10 things going on at once.
He's spending his money on Trump because he wants to be the czar.
That's chump change, bro.
He got 14 days. He got 14 days to become a czar. Man, if Elon Musk gets to be, if Trump gets elected and Elon Musk becomes the czar in this daggone country, that man's going to be worth $1 trillion.
That's what I said. That's what I'm predicting.
Real quick. But he can't do it at trying to pick up a Boeing. He can't do it because he ain't got enough time to get them things straightened out.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why they want this.
Go ahead.
That's just my own opinion. Most of the people that's backing him is European people and South African people, white South Africans, and they got money to burn because they want America down. They want us to be chaotic, just like a lot of these other countries. They want us to be chaotic, not united. That's why they've been pumping that money into these Republican parties and probably some of the Democratic people too. So what I'm saying is that the more chaotic it is, the more money that they can maneuver out of this country, because we have money galore that we're making. money galore.
Not going to happen.
Okay. They slicker than I mean, you know, then one of them switches you can get off the trees. I'm telling you, bro.
Not going to happen.
I'm telling you, these people are slick. They know, you know, they know exactly where the money is. Because see, money is only, you can only draw so much money out of the government at one time. And what they can do is they can keep drawing and taking and drawing and taking and drawing and taking. You know, that's what they do. They keep on making it, and that's how they're making their money. Because you're talking $5 trillion. $5 trillion. That's why they want to cut Medicare. They want to cut education. So that's more hundreds of billions of dollars that they can use. They want to cut all these programs out, bro. I'm telling you, this is their whole goal, bro.
It ain't going to happen, Ted. Theodore, it's not going to happen.
Well, you got the Democrats trying to hold up. The Democrats trying to hold up democracy and also the social network. But the point is that you got too many dumb people don't realize, hey, if it wasn't for the government, your ass wouldn't be getting no damn food stamps. You won't be getting no Medicare. You won't be getting no free health care. You won't be getting that. It ain't free because you didn't pay for it, but I'm just saying. These people, I mean, this is their whole goal, bro. And once you start making people millionaires, that's what do you think he's doing? He said, you're going to make $1 million, you're going to get $1 million every day, giving $1 million away. So get everybody hopes up like, oh, I can be a millionaire.
Ted, it's not going to happen. This is the game that's being played out there in this whole thing. These foreigners and stuff, Ted, and I keep repeating myself, they came to this country for a reason. And when they see that this place is going to be destroyed and not going to be what it is, they are not going to let that daggone thing happen. They're going to vote for that woman to be the president and stuff and that thing. They're going to take their chance. Now, Elon, he's gambling on that knucklehead Trump because he is a wimp and he knows it, and he is they B. And he gonna be they B for a long time, even after he leaves here. That Negro is running around here fighting because he wants to do one thing. He wants to stay his ass out of jail. He wants to be president to stay out of jail. That he know if he don't win, they're gonna lock him up. But
they ain't gonna lock that man up, man.
Yes, they are. They go. If he doesn't win, they're gonna lock him up. I'm telling you, they're gonna lock him up. Yes, they are. That they're gonna lock. Now, when I say lock him up, I didn't say that they're gonna put him in jail. Now, I said they're gonna lock him up.
Okay.
They're gonna lock him up and put an ankle bracelet on him. They're gonna bring him in. They're gonna bring him into New York, into the correctional place, and they're gonna put an ankle bracelet on that fat head.
He said the only place you can go is
New York. They're gonna let him go down to Mar-a-Lago, and he can stay up in there and stuff and everything. And try to figure out how he gonna be able to sell some of them documents that he done hid when he left office. He gonna try to trade them documents that he got. Yeah, because see, the Secret Service still got to get him, so they're gonna ankle bracelet him.
Did you hear about the lawyer that shut the case down here in Florida about the documents?
No, I haven't heard that.
What she did was she went on and threw out the case, right? So, of course, people
Oh, you mean the
repealing
judge?
choices.
I know the judge threw the case out, yeah, but
Right.
you said a lawyer.
Well, I'm sorry, the Lord,
You talking about the
judge.
judge? You talking about the
So,
judge?
so
Okay.
now the thing is that somebody said, I don't know how true it is, saying that if you do this, make this happen, I'm gonna make you the DOJ.
Right. He making promises, man. He's selling everything he can sell. That Negro want to stay out of jail. I'm telling you, he got to stay out of jail. But he's too stupid to stay out of jail. Only reason why he's been able to stay out of jail and keep their stuff going is they are paying an inordinate amount of money to it. If somebody went out and did any kind of bookkeeping or auditing and stuff of the money that this man has spent for these law firms and stuff to keep him out of jail, you're probably looking at $500 million or more. Or more to stay out of jail. And that's what he's been spending to stay out of jail. Because the more money you got, you can stay out of jail. If you don't believe me, ask them dope dealers. They can stay out of jail. They keep paying them daggone attorneys, and then they can stay out of jail until they get to the point where they ain't got no more money, and them attorneys are gonna turn them loose. But most of them would be able to tell you, and I've talked to a few of them, they're gonna tell you that if they commit a crime, most attorneys can guarantee you that you can stay out of jail at least 4 or 5 years. Ed Lee told me that. Now, for you viewers and stuff who are out there, Ed Lee is our buddy. He's our basketball buddy, and he's an attorney. I'm talking to him. Eddie, how did these folks stay out of jail? He said, Ed, I can keep him out of jail for at least 4 or 5 years. I said, okay. So that's our legal system, man. That's how he be able to stay out of jail. So he hoping and praying, man, that he can win this election. And he gonna try to do whatever he can to win, if he can. But if he don't win, it's all over. His butt going to jail. But I sent you an article. I think did I send it to you today? I sent you an article about the Speaker of the House, Johnson, and the fact that he and Trump has gotten together, and they figured if he doesn't win, that they're going to create enough havoc to where they're going to disrupt this whole electoral process. He still has a few irons in the fire when he loses, and he's already starting to play them cards. And if you listen to some of those legal experts and stuff and everything, they already sitting down and going through these laws and stuff to figure out what he's planning on doing and how he's planning on getting around this electoral college. And they already doing some calculations and stuff as to how bad he can lose. They don't want him to lose too bad. And if they can keep this thing close, he can't win, but if they can keep it close enough and everything, then he can keep this bull crap going on, even after November the 5th. And that's his thing now, keep it close. And I'm pretty sure that most of them is already know that he's not going to win, so they're trying to keep it close as they can keep it. So he can create some more havoc, even with his ankle bracelet on. Because they're going to sentence him on the 16th of November or something like that, or 26th of November, they're going to sentence him. So he ain't done, man. He's not done. November 5th, he's not done, and most people know he is not done. He got some stuff going on. And he got some people who still going to back him up and still going to keep going with him and everything because he's kind of crazy. And he knows a lot of stuff. And like I said the last time that we were talking yesterday and stuff, that's why Putin don't want him too close to him and everything, because he's one of them summer guns. If you squeeze him a little bit, he's like a little pig. You squeeze that motherfucker, that old boy a little bit, he gonna squeal. He gonna tell on him. He gonna tell everything he know. and he knows some stuff, so he'll sell Putin down the river. Or anybody else, he can sell down the river to stay out of jail. he gonna turn state's evidence on somebody. They better look out. Anyway. Oh man. I'm having fun, man. I'm having fun, people. I'm having too much fun here. We can't make this stuff up. Oh man. Anyway, Ted, your last words, man. We at the end, man. We done went over time. We done went over.
My thing is that I wish, and I'm gonna say this about the American people, but mostly, but it should be, Black folks, American people all over should be more involved in the world affairs. Not only just about the affairs here, but the world affairs. They didn't even know that Trump was having incidents and wars with other countries. He was bombing people. They're talking about, well, we was at peace. No, we weren't. Soldiers were still getting killed and harmed. Iraq sent a missile at a ship and harmed I don't know how many dozens of military people. And Trump didn't do anything about it. So I wish people would just keep up with the world, watch BBC and watch, different, if you don't want to read or, read the newspapers and read the news or what have you. Because I'm going to tell you, this is all connected, bro. We all connected. Whether you want to be connected or not, we all connected. And we depend on other people just like people depend on us. And there are good people in the world, just like there's bad people in the world, and there's bad people here, just like there's good people here. Mm-hmm. So you can't just go by what one person says or one news station say, because they're gonna give you misinformation. Read between the lines. Get other sources. Take an hour a day to do that. That's my saying.
Well, I'm gonna go back and speak about those Hispanics and their power and stuff that they are wielding.
They're a force of nature, bro.
And I'm going to say again, and I'm going to keep on saying it, that we have just as much power as they do. Only thing we have to do is get out there and make a few changes and tweaks and everything and what we're doing, and we can wield just as much power as they do. Because even now, we don't have a lot of power that people can see, but there is a lot of money that comes through our community every year, just like he do with the Hispanics. The only thing that we have that we are not harnessing is the fact that we have given away a lot of our generational wealth, giving it away. And we become a community of consumers. And until we stop that idea of becoming consumers, then we can start doing something. And I believe, because we have a lot of money out there.
If you're going to consume with each other.
Yeah, and we have a lot of people out there that is still accumulating a lot of wealth. You look around there's a lot of Black folks and stuff who are millionaires, who got money and stuff and everything, but you know, in ways and stuff, they're keeping it to themselves. You look at, man, you look at our media stuff going on, our fashion industry and stuff and everything. We are dominating that whole arena. We are dominating those sports and stuff, football, basketball. We are dominating that stuff. And there's huge amounts of money in the sports industry, huge amount. They're starting now to pay these college kids and stuff and everything to play sports and stuff and everything. There is huge amounts of money and stuff going to them to play these sports and stuff and everything that they can give back to their families. All we have to do and stuff is change how we define ourselves and understand that our world is not encompassed and stuff just in the borders of the United States. Just like you spoke earlier, we have to realize that we are not in a national economy. We're in a world economy. And once we get that into our heads, I think that we're going to be able to prosper. So the only thing I can do, Ted, and I'll tell everybody else, just pray and hope that we get ourselves together. It's the only thing that we can do. Maybe not in my lifetime, but maybe in our children's lifetime, they will realize their value and they will change the way they are doing. Their world is economically. And we quit being lazy and stuff and accepting just a little bit, just enough. And just like you just said the other day, when we start talking about reparations, it's $200,000 ain't nothing. But I guarantee you, Ted, half of our folks and stuff gonna say $200,000 is enough for me. But it ain't. They have to realize the $200,000 is no money, people. We're fighting over pennies, nickels, and dimes.
Hey, the truth is the truth, bro.
Yeah, hey, man, we fighting over. Hey, well, we as the old saying go, they are in rich. They get a little money in their pocket and they in rich. Oh, and you brothers out there and sisters know what I'm talking about when I say in rich. We can get past that. We might be all right.
Well, you know what, Dick, I'm gonna say this. I said this before in one of our programs, maybe a couple. Dick Gregory said, every black person needs at least $1 million to blow first before they get a hold of big money. Just get it out your system.
Get it out your system. Okay. I don't even know if that'll get them out their system because they're gonna find a way to blow that. They'll find a way to blow that away. They gonna revert really back to consumers. Then they're gonna buy everything that they can see.
$2,000 bags.
They gonna buy up everything they can see. They gonna buy it up. They gonna pot it away, and they and they
That's
still
why I got to get it out their system.
And they're gonna have all that, and then they're gonna be still going back. I go back to mama's house. Go back to my mama's house. We got to get that out of the head. You know, you got to own something, brother. You can't go back to mama's house. Oh man, we are something else, Ted. I'm telling you, man. We
got the best show. We got the best show on YouTube, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think right there. Look at
it. You know, the difference is that most of the people that do, and maybe we will get that technology going, is that when we talk about a certain incident, that we bring up the clip.
Okay.
And listen to them. I mean, it might be a 30-second or a minute clip, but the point is, hey, this is what the person said. This is what they did.
Yep.
And we got proof. We got receipts. And we got receipts now because we're looking at proof now when we read our stuff, you know, and what have you. But the point is that people have to read more or listen more and listen to the facts.
Absolutely.
And then verify the facts.
Absolutely.
I read the Bible. If I read the Bible, I gotta make sure that that's the facts. I'm gonna get some references and make sure that this is correct. That's all I'm saying. Do your reference. When you read a history book, do you just believe what they say in the history books? You got to look at references to see if it was true or not. And sometimes you even have to go deeper than that. Go look at the old newspapers.
Well, we got a lot of history inside of us, Ted.
It's too much. It's too much. You can't keep up with it, bro.
You can't keep. I got a lot of history
inside of us. You can't remember all of it.
Yes, I can. I can remember some of it. It come up. My mind hasn't gone yet. So
I'm gonna
try to keep everything in perspective here. It is a lot. I guarantee you it's a lot. And we've been through a lot, Theodore. We've been through a whole heck of a lot and stuff and everything. So that's why experience tells us that this is a horrible time and stuff, and we need to get ourselves together, because we can't keep on saying that. We need to get ourselves together, because eventually time's going to run out. But hopefully we'll be okay. Hey, people, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.